All right, it's time to go. Let's get this started. I feel like I need to up my voice a bit. Let's try that. All right. Hello, everyone. Soul Commodore back at you again. Once again, I lied to you all in that I said that we were going to do Paper Mario Thousand Year Door today because we were working on this painting yesterday. But I lied. We're actually working on this painting today as well. Because we are very, very close to being done, and I have to submit this by 4:30 tomorrow. So we might as well just finish it, you know? Why not? Hey, Rain, thank you for the glug. I appreciate it. So yeah, we're gonna finish this painting, and then we're probably going to actually build the stretcher and then stretch the painting. Because like I said, we've only got one section to go, and I'm gonna clean up a couple of areas as well. But yeah, let me know how the volume is for everything, because I of course just merely restarted OBS and it reset all of my audio settings. So I really should just take a picture of where my audio settings are, but what are you gonna do? This is only like the 20th time that OBS has done this, so really I have no one to blame but myself. But just let me know where my voice is compared to the music, and if everything's good. Export your settings. I've done that too. I've done that too. I do have a backup of the settings, but I didn't notice until just before stream that it had reset my audio settings, and I didn't have time to import them back in. Not to mention, who knows if that would mess up the other things I've got set up. But oh well. For now, we'll just deal with it and hope that everything's all right. How's everyone doing? Rain, I hope you're doing well. Hope work wasn't or isn't too stressful today. Audio sounds good? Okay, that's good. That's good. Work is work? Fair enough. I hear that. So basically what we're going to be doing is three things. We're going to finish up this last little part of the hand. We're going to clean up some of the areas in here that I think need a little bit of cleanup. There's not too much that needs cleanup, but there's a few areas where I can clean it up. And then we're going to add a few highlights and lowlights. And then after that, we're going to paint the rest of the background white. Just to make everything more even, and then we'll actually stretch it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you had to cancel the stream yesterday. Actually, I think step number one is actually going to be to paint the majority of the background white. I think that's going to be, well, no, that will not be step one. We can paint it white, and then we'll clean up the inside areas to give the background a chance to dry before we stretch it. I think that'll be the way to go. But first I want to dry off this, there we go. All right. So on the last little bit here, this last little bit of the hand. And what are we going to start with? Well, of course, as always, we start with the darkest color. Technically, a lot of people suggest that you actually start with midtones and then add in the dark and light after. I've done that. I've worked light to dark, I've worked dark to light. Like this painting, I've basically done all dark to light. It really depends on what you want. I'm sorry to hear that you had to cancel yesterday's stream. I'm guessing just tiredness? Just wasn't feeling up to it? It's disappointing when you have to do that, because I know if you're anything like me, you worry that you're going to let people down and all that, but it really is important to make sure you prioritize your own health and safety and well-being. Sometimes that means canceling a stream here or there. Sometimes that means going on an unexpected hiatus like I did for months upon months. Just because life gets busy and you got to prioritize, you know? It's a bummer when it happens, but the people who know, and those who don't, uh, that work and having to do chores before dinner, and it ate into my pre-stream work. Fair, fair. Yep. I hear that. Well, yeah, I'm sorry again that you had to cancel it, but I think based on what you just said there, it was for the better, for sure, because it let you take care of those things and just decompress after taking care of those things. Compression is very important. Okay. Fill in this dark area down here. Yo, Gage. Get rated nerd, indeed. Well, Gage, thank you very much for the raid. Very much appreciated. Hello, everyone. Hey, Mio. Welcome on in. If any of you need a break, you need to decompress, you need to nobody wants to die. Ooh. uh I mean, true for the most part, I think. If any of you need to go decompress, do what you need to do after stream, please by all means prioritize yourself. Go do those things. Get some water. Like water yourself, feed yourself. Take care of any bathroom necessities. Take some rest. By all means, please do so. But welcome on in. How was your stream, Gage? Hope it went well. I hope nobody died. I'm guessing that's a game. We're just working on this piece that we were working on yesterday, and we're gonna finish it today. Hopefully we're gonna be able to like stretch it on stream and all that. This is the last little section we have to do, and yeah, then we'll be painting the background, then we'll be cleaning up some stuff on the canvas, like little bits and pieces that need some extra paint and whatnot, and then from there we will be stretching. It was good. Got a little burnt out on my drawing, so we switched to the game I wanted to finish. Really good game. I love it a lot. Good. I'm glad. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. And I hear the burnout. It's important to step away from a piece that you're getting burnt out on, for sure. I know it's not the intention, but there's some cyberpunky vibes to it. Hey. I like that. I appreciate me some cyberpunk. All right, so now we've got to get into the skin tones and whatnot. I think you asked me a question before raid happened, and then I lost track of threads, so I forgot what you asked. So, oh, that's no worries. I was just saying that I'm sorry that you had to cancel your stream yesterday, but it sounds like it was for the best because it gave you time to decompress from all the other stuff you were doing, and that was that's very important, you know. But yeah, if y'all got a raid and run, if you got other things to do, please by all means take care of your business. We'll be here for a while. We're basically going to be here until this is done. Well, until either the time I usually finish streaming comes up or until we're done. I'm hoping to get this done within the next 45 minutes, hour, and then we stretch it and then go from there. That's the hope, at least. Oh, right. Well, I kind of wanted to stream for a little bit, but chores and being dead tired made it impossible to do so responsibly, and I did need to get dinner in me. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. I'm glad you prioritized yourself and your needs. The intricate stuff here. So, please, please excuse me if I don't speak too much while I'm doing this part. Definitely not trying to be rude or non-entertaining. Speaking of dinner, I should probably see what I need to do to obtain mine. Yes, yes, please do, and thank you again for the raid. In case you don't get a chance to come back. Every time I do break time, I have a big banner that says self-care is healthcare. So if I didn't, it would have been a hypocrite. There you go. I like that. Because self-care is healthcare. I like that a lot. Okay, I need some more. Brown here. Mm. Time to start decompressing. Not clocked out, but done with work. Nice, nice. Congratulations on making it through another work day. All right, now we need some darker brown. Once again. To put in just some lines of demarcation. Just to better define the edges of this finger. Everything is set. I must wait for the oven to preheat. Fair, fair. I tell you, sometimes when you're hungry, that is the worst part of cooking. Waiting for the preheat. Okay. Get a bunch of that off. Get some more white. Preheat prep. My mouth is watering right now, and I got to do this first. Just get in my belly. I don't really have anything new to update you guys on between today and yesterday, uh, in terms of like the stuff going on in the personals, personal life. It's not really much a change between yesterday and today. I hope the stream doesn't die today like it did yesterday. It was weird though because it died and I didn't even know it. Like it didn't like the timer didn't restart. Nothing like that. It wasn't until Gage told me that it seemed like I was gone and then I was back. Odd. I'm thankful he did that because I would have had no idea. I think that's about as good as that's gonna get, if I'm being honest. So I'm just gonna deal with it. Okay, next. Oh, you definitely died though. Fair. You want to see horse? Sure, sure. Not too happy with the back hooves, but I need to stop looking at it. Ooh, look at this. Very nice. I'm guessing the letters are for a color palette. I see what you mean about the back hooves, but um, I think that'll come together nicely. Like especially once you start getting going with the coloring and shading and all that. I think it'll come together. Like the anatomy doesn't look too off for me at all. Teal and pink hair, nice, nice. I like it. Very well done. Very nice. Everybody give Gage a round of applause. Very cool. I like that, and I like the poor shortening on the unicorn horn as well. Man, I tell you, that was the hardest thing to wrap my head around when I was in school. Was foreshortening. Man, oh man. I'm still not great at it unless I'm looking at a reference. The back hooves are covered in the reference by the sand that she's kicking up. Fair, fair. But that's the thing. Like they don't look too off to me. Like they look all right. And I think it'll get cleaned up as you continue the process. All right. So now I'm gonna pull this last piece of tape off, and we will get to the reveal of the entire thing. There we go. More or less. So yeah, we just got to clean up some stuff here. But first we're going to cover the entire background because there's some discoloration because of, you know, smudging the pencil and all that kind of stuff. We're going to cover the entire background with a couple of layers of white paint. Honestly, I had a lot of trouble with the horn and eventually got a 3D asset to figure it out. Fair. Hey, you do what you got to do. Thank you. He is glitching. He's glitching out. The name of the show that I'm entering this in is it's the juried member juried art exhibition, and the title of it is Rare Form. And I was like, well, this is a pretty rare form for a person to take. I swear to God, sometimes other people were a mistake. I hear that. I hear that. Hopefully this other person is not giving you too much trouble. And if they are, I apologize. So basically I'm gonna give the background a layer of white just to even out the tone because like I said, through smudging paint and just general dirt from being like out, you know, and being moved around, and I've had this piece of canvas forever. So we're just gonna even out the background by giving an even white tone all through. I'll probably have to do like I said, like two layers of white. I apologize as this isn't too exciting. This isn't exactly riveting stuff. I show everything. I show the riveting stuff, well, if you can call it that, and the not so riveting stuff. because it's all part of the artistic process. I always wanted to make sure that when I streamed, like when I first started streaming, my whole thing was like, I want to show everything. I want to show processes on how to do stuff. I want to show like how to apply for grants. I want to show how to apply for exhibitions. I want to show mistakes when things don't come together, past and present. I want to show all of it. Not me personally, but it sounds like a client is giving our office guff for not understanding what she signed on for. BK protection. I'm just reading notes for clients on Monday. Fair. You hate sketching on stream because it feels embarrassing? That's fair. That's fair. I will say that's one thing that I don't do too much on stream, but that's mostly because I don't sketch a whole lot at all. But I definitely understand that sentiment. Then once we're finished doing this background, then we're going to go into the painting itself. And clean up some spots, like I said, where there isn't enough paint, or I just want to fix like a little thing here or there. It's probably stupid to do this with this big a brush, but I can clean up that edge after. But I also tried to do some stuff that has to do with the art business. Those streams do terribly. Fair. Fair. It's hard to it's hard to gauge what streams are worth doing. This will be the first layer, and then I'll paint a second layer on, and then we'll build the stretcher, and then we will stretch the painting once that layer is dried. BK equals bankruptcy. I'm so used to shortening it and having Gage understand what it means. So hey, no worries. No worries. Whilst being as vague as possible, one of our clients is receiving a threatening email from a predator. Since the client didn't pay, they were going to call the authorities and have the client arrested. And our office was like, what? Wild. It's hard for you to gauge that too. Yeah. Yeah, it can be difficult. Me, I'm not really sure like what streams do well or what don't. I mean, sometimes people, sometimes it's just one person who's in the stream, but that's okay. Sometimes it's more. Sometimes it's sometimes it's less, but that's all right. The thing with streams has always been, I'm doing this stuff anyway. Maybe some people would be interested in watching it. this layer, I'm not too worried about there being like streaks and stuff like that. Because it's the first layer, so of course there's going to be a lot of that. I'm mostly just interested in getting it as even as possible on this first layer, and then coming back and doing the same on the second layer. And it doesn't even have to be perfectly even. It was funkin' weird. I gotta step away. I'm gonna go call my mom to inquire about you know, I could never pronounce that word. I could never pronounce it right. But I'm sorry to hear that. I hope she's recovering. But yeah, all the best, Rain. To you and your family. Thanks for coming in. And if you drop back in, we'll just be doing this. But if not, totally understand. This is a really nice brush for getting straight lines. Glad I bought it. $38. All right. I want to get this background done by 6:45. And I want to get all the painting done by 7. But we'll see what happens. Oh, she's doing better, just waiting on a blood transfusion. Hemoglobin count was low. Oh, fair. Well, I'm glad that she's doing better. Very glad to hear that. Hopefully that blood transfusion comes quick. The hurry up and wait that happens in a hospital can sometimes be maddening. And it's like, on one hand, like, you understand, but still maddening. My aunt postponed her flight back to the States when she got sick. They found liquid in her lungs and they took care of that like yesterday. Now they're waiting on blood. Oh, I'm glad they took care of that quickly. Yeah, that's no joke. Oh, crap. Oh, that's fine. I knew I shouldn't have pressed my luck with that. Okay, now with all that done, we need to, hey, Retro Homebrew, welcome on in. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Hope life's been treating you all right. So now we're gonna go in and just change and fix up a few spots that I see are problem areas where, like, you know, the tape wasn't quite right. You know, just kind of fixing stuff up like that. This part of it should not take too long, because honestly, most of it's just going to be using black paint, but we are going to start with an area of skin tone that I want to change up a bit. There's an area that needs a little bit more shadow than I gave it, and I want to fix it. Oh, without putting my arm down, because all of this is all of this is wet now. Got a little bit of white, just to lighten it up a bit. And now I need some black to darken it. But yes, thank you for the update. Need that to be more pure black, actually. There we go. That's better. Perfect. All right. Next, this area in here needs to be more. I need to get together some black and blue. Mix those together. And get all up in here. We're filling in these spots. I don't want too much paint on the brush. That can be a little bit of an issue. And honestly, this really isn't that big a deal. It's just more so if you're super up close, you'll see a very clear line of demarcation between the two, and I don't quite want that. All right. Is there anywhere else that needs more here? I didn't do anything. Okay. Look at that, our background's almost dry already. Need to get some more skin tone in here. There's a little in-between spot. Very, very light. Doesn't have to be the exact same color, but as long as like no white is showing through, then it'll be fine. And I think we're good. There's some areas on this coat where I want to add a little bit more black. So if you hadn't forgotten you had a painting due, would you done a background? Oh no, no. This is going to be part of Anybody But Myself. This is kind of a study for it, I guess, just to make sure the proof of concept works. Because this is going to be 16 by 16. The actual size is going to be like, I think 2 feet by 2 feet. But yeah, none of them are going to have a background on, because I feel like in this case the background will kind of distract a little from the main part of the piece. Personally, like that's my thoughts on it, but of course I could be wrong. I am wrong quite often. But my plan is that none of these are going to have backgrounds. I just remembered the pretty ass rock wall you painted. I was like, if this dude is in front of your detail paintings like that, that'd be pretty rad visually. Ah, fair, fair. Yeah, that rock wall's up on the wall here, just to my right. That was pretty fun to do. Originally, this gentleman was in front of a double-decker bus in downtown London, because that's where I snapped this picture. Okay, it's tacky, but it's pretty much dry, so I'm gonna quickly do a second color round on it. Color round. I'm gonna do a second coat on it. I mean, it's not really in color, it's gonna be white, but all right, there we go. I think that worked out pretty good. Oh, there's some here that I have to do. Thank you. Yeah, that was fun to do because I mean, one, my wife was I was showing clips from my wife's dragon boat championships that she was participating in. About 5 hours in, I said, "I'm surprised the stream hasn't died yet," and then the stream died, and I had to hop back on. So, so I had to stitch both of them together when I made the VOD on YouTube. It was a good time, and I should have known better than to tempt fate like that. All right. So with that, we're going to now put another layer of white on the background, just to kind of even things out more. Also, white is such a transparent color that it really warrants having to focus anyway. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. Thankfully, I have a clean brush right here. I forgot to continue the headphones here. There we go. All right, now we'll paint white on the background again. And we'll start on this side and then go to the other side. And again, I'm not too concerned with evenness or anything like that. More concerned with coverage. Time is it? 6:56. Okay, let's see if we can do this in 4 minutes. I doubt it, but let's see if we can. Huh. Probably not if I'm going to take that much time to get into all these crevices and everything. But thank God for acrylic paint drying as fast as it does. Stick. All right. Do this lower portion. Again, I know this isn't the most exciting thing to watch, just spreading around white paint, but I appreciate y'all bearing with me while I do it. I got this little area down here and clocked out. Hey, nice, nice. Congratulations, Rain. I think always one of the coolest things about streaming and basically the online community here in general is just everyone's different time zones, you know? It's always very interesting to figure out where people are in relation to me, you know? There was one guy who used to frequent my streams quite a bit, and then I'm guessing life just got in the way. I don't know if y'all remember Trip Typo, but he, because of the time zone he was in, he was always coming into my streams like he had either just gotten up or he was like heading to bed and kind of hope he's doing all right. I see his posts on Instagram every once and again. I'm finna dip so I can find dinner. Hey, sounds good. Thanks for coming in, Rain. Thank you for the glug glug early on. I appreciate it. Like first thing, right as stream started. I appreciate you. And yeah, have a fantastic rest of your night, and have a delicious dinner, whatever it ends up being. Thanks for dropping in and saying hello. And all the best to your family. For sure, for sure. You know, I was saying how this music, for some reason, makes me nostalgic for times in my life where I didn't even know this music existed. I've mentioned that before, and I still don't quite know exactly what the mechanism is for that happening, but I was thinking about it the other day, and I think at least part of it is this is the music that I started, you know, streaming to. And I was streaming right around the same time that well, I mean, COVID, I think, had maybe not just started, but it was already in swing. And I was reminiscing hard at that time in general about like my time at Sport Check and that time of my life. Um, you know, and I think the two just kind of there was a confluence there, and the two kind of just mixed in my brain, and that's why whenever I hear this music, I think like back to my time when I first moved up this way, because I was thinking about that time anyway, and then I started streaming and started listening to this music uh, during streams, and the two just kind of blended together in my head. And I think that's why. Okay, so all the stuff around the bodies, other than these two areas, are done. So we're just gonna start knocking this out. Just big strokes, up and down. And it'll even out a little bit more as it dries. So I'm not too concerned with that. I could have also used a bigger brush for this part, but oh well. Okay. There we go. So, what we're going to do now, food time. This is fantastic. Good luck in the event. Can't wait to hear how it goes. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Gage. I appreciate it. Hope hope food time goes well. Hope you have a delicious dinner. And yeah, we'll see you around. I will definitely let everyone know how this goes. And I just realized that I forgot an area that I need to fill in some more. Right at the bottom. And then once I do this, we will transition over to the floor where we will construct a stretcher, and then we'll start putting this painting on a canvas. or putting this canvas on the stretcher and make it a complete painting. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna put up the "Be Right Back" screen real quick, and within the next couple of minutes, we will be on the ground. So stay tuned, everybody. Let me put "Be Right Back." There we go. I just realized I forgot to put my mic back on. I was just, you didn't miss anything. I was just adjusting the camera and whatnot. Okay. I'm putting in headphones for ear protection. Because we'll be using a staple gun. And it's going to be very rudimentary canvas build. Very quick and easy. Just some wood glue on the edges. I saw how to do this on, I think it was YouTube once. And I liked it because it worked. Basically, you just get some wood glue, stick it on our edge, just like so. Just You can get a square, a T-square, or any type of square will do. And basically you just square up the corner like so, like that, and then you just use your staple gun along the joint. So that will continue. And it can be this basic because, I mean, it's a stretcher. It's not really taking all that much torque or all that much load. Now we'll move on to the next one. Square it up as best we can in the corner. This one's got a little bit of a separation, but that's okay. I'm out of staples. Because of course I am. There we go. But it's okay that there's a bit of a separation. That'll just be on the back. Put one more. There we go. Now we've got our final corner. And then we just staple on the other side. And then we put a crossbar in the center. You don't really need to on a canvas that's this small, or on a stretcher that's this small, but I'm going to anyway. So we'll just put that in the corner there. Square everything. That. Same thing up here. Go. And now we just staple this side too. Very simple. Sometimes you get some glue leak. That's okay. You can just kind of spread it. All right. So there's our basic little stretcher. Now again, you don't have to put one in the center, but if you did, It's basically the same process. You just center it up. Oh, see this? I didn't cut that short enough. But anyway, you would just put it in the center, glue both ends, put it in the center. Does it fit this way? No. These center pieces, I always mess up the measurement, but that's okay. Like I said, we don't really need it. Yeah, we don't really need it. But basically, yeah, you would put glue on both of these ends, put it in your center, staple here, turn it around, staple on the other side, and you'd be good to go. How much am I off by? So I wonder if I could just sand it down with something. I don't really have any sandpaper, but might have something. It's like just missing. Well, it's nice that I built this solid enough that it's not gonna move on me. I think it's gonna be fine without a center brace, and if I really want to, I can always add one later. What are we doing with this? This isn't quite dry yet. It's still a little bit tacky. Yeah. Still a little bit tacky. So in that case, maybe I'll try one more thing. And try not to trip over things while I do it. Ah. There we go. It's gonna be like the smallest cut I've ever made on a miter saw. That's all I need to take off. You know what? I want this sound to deaden a little. Saws aren't the quietest thing in the world. Wrong one. Let's try it again without the oops. Nope. Let's see if this fits. Now it fits. Excellent. All right, we will put some of the sawdust, just put it on my sweater, and we will dispose of that later. Now I can show you how to put a cross brace on it. What? Hey, good bot. Good bot. So yeah, we just put some glue on both sides. Like so. You don't need a whole lot because the staples are going to do most of the work. We just center that up as much as we can. Doesn't need to be perfect, but it's fairly centered to me. Yeah. Staple it in place, but let's see. How central are we? It's 13 inches across, so this should be yeah, 6.5. There we go. Then we just staple it. So, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect by any means. There we go. Center brace. Now we just staple it on the opposite side. Now, in terms of all of this, I got it wrong earlier. You actually want your ugliest side on the, like, covered by the canvas. But you can only, it doesn't really matter, you know, but there is our stretcher bar, all complete. Well, other than putting the wire on, but we can do that later. In the meantime, how are we doing in terms of this? We dry yet? Not quite. That's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to, it's mostly dry. It's not even really tacky anymore. What we're going to do is we're just going to wipe all this up as best as we can. Or you know what, even better, use a piece of paper. we'll do that. Because it's small enough that we can actually just use a piece of paper for it. Our piece face down on the paper. And we grab our stretcher bar, and I'm basically looking for the edge of this as best as I can find it. If I can get a pencil or charcoal to work, and find the corners. I can generally get where the corners are. It will help immensely. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to get it as perfect as possible. Just put one staple in and see where we're at. We gotta come up a little bit. That's good. All right. This is where we want it. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Man, it's been a long time since I've stretched the canvas this small. Very long time. How does that work? We've got, so far, I'm just checking to see if the lines are parallel, at least mostly parallel. And they're not quite. Okay, which edge is good? This bottom has to shift this way, right? No, it has to shift this way. Okay. Shift it like that. How are we looking? Is that better? A little bit more. Yeah, that's better. Okay, we found it. Found out where to pull in the corners. Like I said before, if you're stretching a canvas, be prepared to sweat. It is a workout. Very much so. Very much so. Okay, so now we'll put 2 and 2, 2 and 2. Always alternating the sides to make sure everything's tightening up evenly. Try to give yourself more slack, like more excess canvas than I gave myself here, so that you can actually really pull it. But this is a very small canvas, so it's actually not going to be too bad. It's just stretch taut. Okay, I think we do one more on each side, and then we do the corners. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I'm not out of staples already. There we go. for the corners, I think I'm only going to do one more on the top and bottom. Yeah. Okay. Now we can get up. I'll move the camera a bit, and then we can do the corners together. Standing up. Oh, man. I need to stretch my hips more. That's honestly what's aching more than anything else down here. Also, be fully prepared for your for your hands to shake a little bit, because your hands are also getting a workout. Going to just move this over here. All right. Now we can do these corners. All right. So. I think I got to do them this way, actually, based on the slack that I gave myself. There we go. Nope. Oh, these corners are being stubborn. Because why wouldn't they be, I guess? You know what? This thing actually looks really cool on camera. Not bad at all. So I'm going to text something real quick. Yeah, stretching a canvas, especially a large one, but even the small one, is going to be a workout for you. So be prepared for that. Most definitely. Okay. That corner's done. I'm gonna come over here. I think I left myself too much slack in the corners, and that's why this isn't going nearly as smooth as the big canvas we stretched last week. Pull back like that. And you just come up like this. There we go. It's not too difficult. You just cooperate. All right, 2 corners down, 2 to go. Then we're gonna have to touch this up a little bit, but that's okay. That's no problem at all. So again, we come up like this, pull this back. It's amazing how easy this goes some days, and then other days it doesn't. But we get there eventually. And to be honest, there's not too many places that'll be like, you know, thoroughly inspecting the back of your canvas. Most of the time they do that to make sure that it's got the fasteners that they want, whether that be hooks or a wire. That's really the only time anybody's going to be looking at the back of your canvas. But it is nice to get nice clean corners. Just feels good. All right. There we go. Not too bad if I do say so myself. Get this light out of here. Not too bad. Not too bad for forgetting that I had to do this. So, with that, I think we're going to call it a stream, everybody. But yeah, here, I'll hold this up while I do this outro. And yeah, thank you everybody for coming on in. Really do appreciate all of y'all. Thank you once again, Gage, for the raid. Very much appreciated. You know, it means a lot that you trust your community to come and hang out here. You know, I really appreciate that. Or trust that your community will enjoy being here. You know. And thank you again, Rain, for the glug. Appreciate it, like right off the bat. All right, let's see if we have any friends on doing some art. Friends doing anything? It would help if I actually went to the Twitch homepage, wouldn't it? Headphones falling out of my ear. I don't really need it anymore. see anybody doing any art. No, but you know what? Reezy, I haven't rated Reezy in a while. Reezy's doing Fallout 4, so we're gonna go say hi to Reezy. So let's see. Raid Reezy TM. Oh, I should spell that right. There we go. So, thank y'all for coming on in. Next stream is going to be Sunday at 11:30 a.m. We're going to be doing some more Undertale, True Pacifist route. So if that tickles your fancy, come on out 11:30 Eastern. On Sunday, we're going to be playing some Undertale, and we'll be doing some more art on next Monday. And yeah, hopefully y'all have a fantastic rest of your day and a fantastic weekend if I don't see you. And yeah, be good to yourselves, stay hydrated, do all that, and we'll catch you next time. All right, take it easy, everybody. Mouse, come on, cooperate. There we go. All right, bye, everyone.